Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. Prime Minister Andrej Plenković has turned down a request for a meeting of his government with President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović. The president wanted to address measures to combat Croatia's declining population and the issue of low-income people whose accounts have been frozen because of debt. The prime minister said the president was welcome to propose measures through the usual channels. Explaining why she wanted the meeting earlier today, the president accused the government of not doing enough to reverse Croatia's declining population trend.
Unfortunately, this government, too, has introduced only half measures when it comes to demographic policy. Child bonuses and more daycare centers are not enough. It's much more complicated than that, but we'll get deeper into that when we have the discussion. As we have all concluded, you in the media as well, we've had enough of talk. We need to take action.
Lab tests have confirmed that a man being treated at Dubrovnik General Hospital is suffering from measles. The patient was not immunized and is believed to have been infected during a visit to Kosovo. This raises concerns about the spread of the disease in Dubrovnik-Neretva County, which has the lowest child immunization rates for measles in the country, something public health officials have been warning about for some time. They say they have tested a number of people who came into contact with the man, but cannot rule out that someone may have been infected with the virus.
The patient is feeling well. He is no longer contagious. If his recovery continues at this rate, he'll be released from the hospital by the end of the week. We are urging pediatricians and school doctors to step up vaccinations, continue being proactive, and urging parents to vaccinate their children. We have enough vaccine to cover everyone who has not been immunized. We've ordered extra doses of the vaccine from Zagreb and will order more if necessary. I also urge parents to check the immunization status of their children. If their children have not been immunized against measles, they should contact their pediatrician or school doctor.
Ex-Yugoslav spies Josip Perković and Zdravko Mustač will serve out their prison terms in Croatia, but they are likely to serve much less time than they would in Germany. On Monday, a German court upheld life sentences for the two men in connection with the 1983 murder of Croatian emigrant Stjepan Đureković in Germany. The maximum prison sentence in Croatia is 40 years. Perković's lawyer, Anton Nobilo, argues that at the time of the murder, the maximum sentence was even shorter. Both men are in their 70s.
I believe the law that applies is the one which was in place when the crime was committed, and at that time the maximum prison sentence was 15 years. Therefore, the equivalent of a life sentence in Germany would be 15 years. That's what we can expect from the courts in Croatia.
The president is in Rome for an official two-day visit. After a formal welcome at the presidential palace, she met with her Italian counterpart and the presidents of Italy's Senate and House of Representatives.
We spoke mostly about bilateral relations, which are excellent, and we have no outstanding issues. But there's always room for improvement. Italy is Croatia's second largest trading partner, the third largest investor in Croatia, the fourth country when it comes to tourists visiting Croatia. But we want to advance our ties even more. We spoke about many areas in which we could cooperate, from IT to infrastructure, construction, agriculture, the food industry, textiles, and so forth.
Russia's Sberbank is in negotiations to swap its 18.5% stake in Slovenia's Mercator for a larger stake in Mercator's parent company, Agrokor, according to Bloomberg, which cited two sources close to negotiations. Sberbank is looking to increase its stake in Agrokor, which it is likely to gain through the settlement in a debt-for-equity swap. The news has upset other creditors, suppliers in particular, who are demanding equal treatment when it comes to recovering their claims. Meanwhile, coffee maker Frank has said it will not sign on to the settlement proposal released by Agrokor last week. The company said it will be forced to use all legal means available to protect its creditors' rights. Transportation Minister Oleg Butković told a conference today that Croatia needed to make a political decision to build a high-speed railway, a project that would be the top priority after the construction of the Pelješac Bridge. The government is also looking to salvage the national air carrier.
Croatia Airlines is in a situation where, after restructuring and given the fact that it is also seeing a rise in passengers, new flights, and so forth, the only way out is to find a strategic partner. That's going to be one of the biggest challenges in the air transport sector.
In sports, Croatia's Marin Cilic is through to the second round of the French Open after defeating Australian James Duckworth in straight sets. His next opponent is Hubert Hurkacz of Poland.
Tomorrow's forecast calls for partly sunny skies for most of the country and mostly sunny weather in the east. However, there is a chance of passing thunder showers in the afternoon, particularly in the central regions, the mountains, and interior Istria and Dalmatia. On the coast, there will be a light morning northeasterly from midday on. There could be some moderate west-northwesterly gusts as well. Sea temperatures will be between 21 and 25 degrees. Morning lows will range from 13 to 18 in the interior and from 18 to 23 on the coast. Highs for the day will be between 26 and 31 degrees. The rest of the week in the interior will be partly to mostly sunny, but conditions will be unstable. Passing rain and thunder showers are possible in the afternoons, more frequently in the west and the east. Temperatures will remain quite warm, even hot, in the east. On the coast, it will be predominantly sunny with a small chance of local showers in the afternoons, mainly in interior Istria. There will be light breezes and the occasional moderate west-northwesterly in the afternoons. Morning lows will be close to 20, while highs will reach close to the 30-degree mark.
And that brings us to the end of the news. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow.